Hey everyone, Kai-san here, and in today's video, we're gonna be going over Questism's newest chapter, chapter 143. And I'm sure this chapter is packed full of action, so let's just get started. We pick up in the chapter where we left off on Soo-hyun's awakening. Back in the previous chapter review that's in the link in the description, Soo-hyun ascended with his stats being triple X's in strength, speed, and tenacity. In the last chapter, he also unlocks some ascendance cards, like True Old Taekyon, which upgrades his Taekyon martial arts to the highest level, and Card Upgrade, which upgrades his stats. We then get a panel of Cloud Ji-kwang underestimating Soo-hyun's capabilities, saying that just because he ascended doesn't mean he'll be able to take both of them on. In fact, he's so confident that he even says that he'll be enough for the West's head. And that's when Soo-hyun strikes Cloud Ji-kwang, and he begins to regret ever being spawned, as he gets the 1-2 buckle my shoe combo from Soo-hyun. And being dazed, he must have felt delusional for a moment, as he thought that he had the upper hand in strength, and strikes Soo-hyun. But Soo-hyun's been copying statues in his free time, and doesn't even flinch when Cloud Ji-kwang strikes him. Cloud Ji-kwang finally understands the situation he put himself in, and backs off. Now, I don't know what type of substance he's been taking, but I want some of that because he proceeds to tell himself that in terms of speed, he is faster. As he thinks this, he gets blitzed into oblivion. It's not even funny. The demons in Soo-hyun's head wins, and Soo-hyun starts to mana drain the Cloud Ji-kwang. An eye for an eye, an equal exchange of cloud for cloud. Choyun then attacks Soo-hyun off of Cloud Ji-kwang, and Soo-hyun calls out Choyun for being a hypocrite and protecting his cloud. But Choyun is absolutely ruthless, and he basically states that they were indeed just cards to him. He just wanted to stop Soo-hyun from increasing his abilities, as he grabs Cloud Ji-kwang's head and activates absorption method on Cloud Ji-kwang. As he says this, Soo-hyun goes up to Choyun and fist strikes him off of Cloud Ji-kwang. In this chapter, we reveal just how shameless and desperate Choyun is. A hypocrite and a narcissist, Soo-hyun calls him a hopeless bastard and pulls out one of the hardest lines in all of the PTJ verse, saying, "I'm neither a cop nor an apostle, but I believe you shouldn't be able to roam free. Prepare, Choyun. You'll meet your end today." As he prepares for battle, it then turns into a slugfest between the two territory heads. Even Choyun realizes something is different now, as he has to block Choyun's hits, and Soo-hyun keeps going, being unrelenting in his attack barrage. But that's when Choyun starts to step it up. He activates Stun Fist, an attack that prohibits a person's movement for 3 seconds, but Soo-hyun is no amateur either, as he loads up the same Stun Fist, and they both make contact. I think it's really cool to see the contrast between Soo-hyun's system and Choyun's system, as it feels like they aren't the only ones battling, but also their systems. After being stunned, they both use their nullify cards to counterset the stun fist, and the slugfest continues. And as Choyun and Soo-hyun's fist clash, Soo-hyun remembers Cloudy again, and like a good main character, he gets a boost of strength doing that, which surprises even Choyun. Soo-hyun wastes no time, and he loads the card that Ha-jun uses, called the Overlord's Return, and paired it with Yugyam-na's Terabyte Spear Kick, which strikes Choyun flush in the torso. But he's not done just yet, as he loads Terabyte Low Kick and plans to finish this fight with his bestialized move, Axe Chop. But that's exactly when the scheming card duration ends, and Choyun's stats are now back to normal. He wastes no time and slams Soo-hyun into a wall, and we revealed his actual stats. We then cut to Jang-jun, the number 5 of the North, as he talks to Daniel about who would win between the two crewheads. Daniel seems to question the outcome, and Jang-jun asks if he thinks Choyun would lose. As Jang-jun is confused, Daniel tells him that after all, Choyun is still human, and he's bound to come back to the North if someone he'd like to kill appeared. For example, a traitor. And Daniel quickly dispatches of Jang-jun, and as the crewmate asks what Daniel is doing, he confirms that he is indeed betraying Choyun. No big deal, right? And asks if Choyun is listening, teasing Choyun if he'd like to know what he talked about with Kim Soo-hyun in the fog. And then he orders Choyun to come back, or else the North will fall in the hands of Daniel. And that's where the chapter ends, Honestly, it is a bit of a short chapter, but it was fun to see Choyun and Soo-hyun finally be on somewhat equal ground. A fight between system users is something we've never seen before in any of the especially Lookism type settings, so it was fun to see how they engage. And Daniel betraying the North just feels so right. I've always speculated that he isn't fully on Choyun's side, and I'm sure that other people thought of that as well, so it was nice to see our thoughts come to fruition. With Daniel joining the West, I think it'll be interesting to see how he interacts with the other members of the West. But for now, that is it for this chapter. Thanks for watching, and so yeah.